Papua New Guinea, a beautiful, rich paradise, one of the richest countries in the world, with marine resources, forests and land. Garden belong God or bank belong God. Why is it a rich country with poor people? The mining industry has contributed greatly to the country's economy over the years. Filtering down from this, the mining sector has also assisted landowners and individuals towards a better way of life by providing infrastructure and other services. This is all good and well while the mine is in operation. But what happens after the mine is shut down? The forests are gone, leaving barren land. Unemployment rises, poverty, hunger, prostitution, law and order problems are all examples of what might happen. If you don't want this to happen in future, then now is the time to change. We can see from the examples in other parts of the world where big mining companies have gone to extract various resources. In San Jose, 300 Chilean workers were left jobless after the closure of the San Jose mine. They now live in unhygienic shanties, sharing wood and tin shacks with relatives, hoping, waiting and praying for help from their government. Africa is internationally known for an abundance of mineral resources. The continent holds the world's largest reserves of gold, platinum, manganese ore and so many more mineral resources. This has attracted mining companies from all over the globe. There has been over 100 years of mining on the continent of Africa. In recent times, big mining names in South Africa like Toro Gold Group and the AAC of South Africa Limited came to a close, and there has been very little evidence of the native people being viable and developing sustainability. The people in Africa did not plan for the close of the mine. They relied heavily on sponsored benefits from these companies and their infrastructure. They did not realize once the mine shut, the benefits would stop and they would be left with nothing. They did not prepare to be viable, to depend on themselves. These foreign mining companies successfully drained Africa's resources dry, leaving them with little or nothing. They are without their mineral resources, but worse, now living a hollow lifestyle that is unfamiliar and unforgiving. In the Pacific, there has already been this kind of situation. For example, in Nauru and even in our very own country, in Misima. The Lihir people might follow this way of life if nothing is done to help guide them in a better direction. Mining in the country has brought about a new lifestyle to the community where the mines operate. Majority landowners have abandoned their traditional subsistence farming, and even their children have lost interest in growing crops. This is an example of corporate dependence. The community relies heavily on the mine for basic services. The habit of self-reliance is non-existent. Relying on the mine is so easy. Which direction are we heading? In the past, landowner companies have used their resources to create business that relied directly on the operations of the mine. They also created rental income, which was good, but what about the people? How did they do? When Nauru was mined, they bought a building in Australia called Nauru House. After mining ceased, the people of Nauru saw the building because they had nothing to do. This resulted in them being poorer than before they were mined. Business projects for the people must be self-reliant in order to survive in the open market. We can avoid dependence from the large corporate mining projects. We can become our own dependents using our own land. The leaders of Lihir have the wisdom to invest in their people, which is unique. When the resources are gone, what happens to our children, our bubus? If they are not developed, what happens when they return to their village with nothing to do? Now's your chance to learn how to organize and use your resources for your benefit. Now's your chance to become self-reliant and financially independent. Life goes on after the mine shuts down. Now's the time to invest your royalties back into your people so you can all benefit. Sustainable development is not possible unless we invest in people, because viable people sustain development, not money. Money is not wealth. True wealth is a specific way of thinking and doing things. Money is a byproduct of true wealth. Wisdom is the highest form of wealth. The greatest challenge is the people themselves.